We have less than a week until a massive amount of big changes happen on Magic Arena. We're talking new pets, we're talking about things like friends list, cube drafting, events where you get to use all the Throne of Eldraine cards, other events where you can just straight up win one of each card from Throne of Eldraine. We have a ton of things to talk about in today's Mega Magic Arena News Update. Greetings, owners of fine luxury cardboard rectangles. We are here today to discuss a wide range of changes that are going on with Magic Arena. For those of you who aren't aware, and I imagine it must be very few at this point, rotation is upon us, my friends. The Throne of Eldraine rotation will be descending upon us within about a week. That means the Magic renewal events will be occurring, which will offer up some new opportunities, some new events. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna go over all that stuff. Now, because I'm gonna be reading chunks of this off of my computer screen, what we'll do is I'll put up an image of Garruk and some nice Seb McKinnon artwork along with the new pet. Now, we'll talk about that when I get to it in the article, but in the meantime, you can take a look at this prettiness while I tell you what's going down, okay? So the first thing we're gonna talk about is the Play Any Standard Deck event. So basically, the deal with this event is starting on September 26th. For this event, they are going to give us access to play sets of every card in Standard, whether they're in your collection or not. So actually, when I said in the beginning of the video, you get access to play with all the Throne of Eldraine cards, they'll also fill out your collection with all of the cards from Guilds of Ravnica, Ravnica Allegiance, War of the Spark, Core 2020. So you will have the ability to brew, build, and play with all of these cards. You'll be able to do this for up to 12 games, so be sure to take advantage of your ability to build as many decks as you like and swap them between matches, because the following weekend, you'll have the opportunity to earn a copy of every card in Standard. So we're gonna have 1 week where we're given the ability to use all cards that exist for up to 12 matches. I imagine this is because with the rotation that's occurring, people are going to be losing a lot of cards from their sets, and people may not want to spend a ton of wild cards building out new decks. They don't want people to get discouraged. So here they're going, you know what? You can build up to 12 different decks for your 12 different matches, play them out, see how they work, and decide what direction you want to go with. Now, I think this is a pretty wise idea. I do think it's a little cheesy that they're limiting us to only up to 12 games. That feels a little like, come on, guys, you could have done more than that. Most people will knock that out in a day. They really should have just been like, we'll let you play with these for a week or however long instead of limiting the number of games. But hey, whatever. It is technically better than nothing. Now, on October 6th, they're going to be having a 36-hour follow-up event. So this is going to be a brief window where you can also build and play with any deck in Standard. If you manage to earn 12 wins before receiving 2 losses, you'll walk away with a prize that includes 1 copy of every Standard card. That's pretty sweet. In all honesty, again, I thought this was just Throne of Eldraine, but no, it turns out it's actually a copy of every card in Standard. You will get 1 of every Mythic and every Mythic Rare. I wonder if this actually also includes Brawl decks and Planeswalker decks too. That's pretty sweet. Now, you only get 1 chance to play in the event though, and to actually win the prize, to win 1 of every card, it's going to be very difficult, because the threshold for victory is massive. So for the event details, it says we'll provide access to play sets of every card in Standard, which you can use to build and play any deck in Standard. You can build as many decks as you like and change them between matches. That's the Play Any Deck event. My apologies. The Win Every Card has the same paragraph to start with, but the event starts on October 5th at 8 p.m. And ends on October 7th at 8 a.m. So it's a really short window, boys. There is no entry fee, but you can only play in it once. It's best of 1 with Standard. Now here's the craziness. You need 12 wins. You have to win 12 games to be able to win this. And you aren't allowed to lose more than once. You're allowed to lose one game, but as soon as you lose a second game, you're out of the event. But if you manage to actually get all 12 wins, you will get one copy of every card in Standard, plus a sealed event token, plus a golden egg card sleeve. So that's pretty cool. Not only will they give you a copy of every card, they'll actually let you play in a sealed event too, and throw in the golden egg card sleeve. But if you still don't manage to win, but you get some wins, there are prizes for you. Actually, all the way down to no wins. So 11 wins is one copy of every card in Throne of Eldraine, plus the sealed event token, plus a gold card sleeve, the gold egg card sleeve. Basically, no matter what, you're getting the gold and egg card sleeve. I do like that if you get 11 wins, they'll still give you one of every card in Throne of Eldraine. 9 or 10 wins means you get a sealed event token, plus 5 random rares from Throne of Eldraine, and the golden egg card sleeve. Actually, I'll stop saying golden egg card sleeve because we know that. 8 wins get you 5 Throne of Eldraine random rares. 6 to 7 wins get you 4 Throne of Eldraine random rares. 4 to 5 wins get you 3 Throne of Eldraine random rares. 2 to 3 wins get you 2 Throne of Eldraine random rares. And 0 to 1 wins get you 1 Throne of Eldraine rare, plus, again, that golden egg card sleeve. So you will want to play in this event regardless of whether you think that you can build a winning deck and trounce people or not. I imagine people are going to be searching around looking for a high-level net deck to play in this event. So it may give you an advantage to actually go rogue if you know what the meta is going to be. But either way, this should be an interesting 36-hour event. After that, we're talking about the Eldraine set mastery. So the core set 2020 mastery ends on the 26th. So that's 6 days from now at 4 in the morning. Once that happens, then they will roll out the Throne of Eldraine Mastery Pass. Now, just so you guys know, I didn't know about this. This was listed on the Arena forums. How they're going to do it is when the Mastery Pass resets, they're also going to reset your daily quests and give you 3 daily quests and your weekly quests. So you don't need to worry about trying to save your weeklies or dailies to get the experience for the first day of the Throne of Eldraine Mastery Pass. And I'm glad for that because that was actually my plan. I'm getting the Mastery Pass for Throne of Eldraine the first day. And I was planning on saving some of my daily and weekly quests to get experience towards that. However, that's not necessary. Speaking of experience, if you are not like me and you have not yet hit a level 100 on your mastery path, you can use the code 5 bonus levels, all put together with no spaces, capitalize the first letter of 5 bonus and levels to get 5 levels added to your account, just like the snap of a finger. I like that they're including all these extra levels, but as somebody who's hit level 100, I do believe they should have some way to reward people who have gone past level 100 with even a token amount of gold, even if it was something like 100 or 200 gold for each level, because there are people who paid for extra levels and things like that, and now they're not getting anything for these level up codes or anything. So it feels like the people who paid extra are actually getting less than the people who paid nothing, and that doesn't seem like a good business plan, you know? Now, back to Throne of Eldraine. They're going to launch the new set mastery here, and when you buy that one, what you get with this mastery pass is what you guys have been seeing on the screen. This is the Deliciousness, the Fae Fox Pet, a Throne of Eldraine card sleeve based on the beautiful key art by Seb McKinnon. I don't know what they mean by key art, but in all honesty, this artwork is incredible. Seb McKinnon's done a fantastic job. If you take a look at the artwork on the sleeve in the middle, you can see the wilds are being separated and making way for the kingdom of man. And this kingdom, this castle that's shown, has 5 different spires that arch up into the air with pennants flying off them. But if you just take a step back and look at it overall, it's actually the Planeswalker symbol that you can see lower on the Magic the Gathering Arena. Like, if you look beside the Magic the Gathering Arena logo and you look at that Planeswalker symbol, that's the same symbol that's being manifested there. But it's being shown with the kingdoms of man contrasted against the wilds, which are parting ways and surrounding the kingdom of man. I really love this artwork. Seb McKinnon's very talented. And behind that, you can see the big, hulking, cursed Garruk. Garruk, which one is this? Garruk Primal Hunter. So this is a Garruk Primal Hunter avatar. I didn't care about the Chandra avatar, but I love this Garruk Primal Hunter avatar. And behind it, we actually get a taste of what's on this Mastery Pass. And you'll notice on this first track, there's actually 2 sets of 200 gems. I believe with the previous Mastery Pass, you only got 200 gems per every 10 levels of Mastery Pass. So it seems like they may be more generous with the gems, but bear in mind, they may also top load it. So we can see the rewards on the Mastery Path for the 2nd, 3rd, and 4th levels. So you've got a style, you've got an extra booster pack of Throne of Eldraine, and 200 gems. And we can also see the 9th and 10th level. The 9th level, again, 200 more gems. And the 10th level yielding up 2 more Mastery Spheres. Now, I actually like the Mastery Pass. I personally will be acquiring them. And I like this Fey Fox as well. In all honesty, I think he's really, really cute. And as you level him up, he gains gem armor. So he gets armored up. And he has these little animations where he lolls his head to the side with his tongue wagging out, like he's laughing and like waving his hand like, oh, you're so funny. I love it. I like it a lot more than the cat. So obviously when it comes to this, they've also noted that the standard rotation is going to be hitting. I imagine the majority of you know what the rotation is going to change into, but just so you are on the same page, we're going to lose Ixalan, Rivals of Ixalan, Dominaria, and Core 2019 when rotation hits, and then we'll be adding in Throne of Eldraine. And we'll be waiting to add in Theros, Ikoria, and Core Set 2020 as we progress as well, with nothing else dropping out. And just so you're aware, since we are covering all the arena news here, if a card is in a set that rotates, but is also in a set that's not rotating, you are allowed to use it. Like Luminous Bonds is in Rivals of Ixalan and Guilds of Ravnica, and that means you're allowed to use Luminous Bonds still in Standard and either version. You're allowed to use the older Rivals of Ixalan. You're not required to use the printing, the digital printing that's in the Standard legal set. So they're also going to be changing names of some events. They're going to update most of the in-game names that they use for events. So from now on, when you go to play Magic, instead of having unranked, it's just going to be like, just play, and you don't have to choose whether you want to play standard play or historic play. The arena program will just check and see what your deck is legal for and automatically put you in the proper queue. So if you have a historic legal deck, it'll match you up against historic legal, and if you have a standard deck, it'll match you up against standard decks. Now I like this because it means that all the time, if you want to play historic, you'll have the ability to play, and we're not going to be limited in that regard. That was something I was concerned they were going to do. Ranked play is changing to standard ranked. Traditional play is changing to standard traditional play. Traditional ranked is turning to standard traditional ranked play. And constructed events are turning into standard events. That's interesting. A traditional constructed event is standard traditional event. Another thing to pay heed to is that the constructed event and traditional events are going to end on the 26th. So if you're still in an event and the 26th rolls around, they will automatically end the events. So you'll want to finish your events off before this rotation hits. So next up we're going to talk about is the renewal scenario. So with the renewal gift, essentially what it is to be eligible for renewal, you need to have your arena account activated before the 26th. So if you're thinking about getting into Arena, if you're somebody who plays Paper Magic and you're thinking about getting into Arena, or if you're somebody who just watches my channel and doesn't really play Magic and are thinking about maybe dipping your toes into the water, set yourself up an account now, log in, and play like at least one game so the game is registered that you were actually a part of it before the 26th. And then when the 26th rolls around, you'll be eligible for the Renewal Gift. So you get 10 rare or higher individual random cards from standard sets. Now these standard sets are obviously going to be from the new standard legal, so that's going to be Guilds of Ravnica forward. None of the Ixalan stuff will be included. So after they do the Throne of Eldraine update, you log in and you'll automatically get 10 rare or mythic rare cards, and roughly the odds of them becoming mythic rare is 1 in 8. So probably at most, the most mythics you could expect was 2 if you're statistically lucky. Now, the renewal rewards also extend to the Mastery Pass. So if you get the Mastery Pass and you were someone who joined with the renewal, it means you'll gain an extra 2 Throne of Eldraine booster packs, an extra 4 other booster packs. You'll get a Guild of Ravnica pack, a Ravnica Allegiance pack, a War of the Spark pack, and a Magic 2020 pack, along with 10 uncommon random individual cards as well. Honestly, the uncommon random individual rewards, to me, that's nothing. That doesn't even really count to me. Technically, it's something, but they don't matter. But the 6 extra booster packs is nothing to sneeze at. So this is worth paying attention to for that. Now, they are setting up this kind of roadmap for the future, because you'll remember that I mentioned friend list and cube drafting. Now, these are features that are not being released today. These are on different timelines. So going forwards on the Magic timeline, they're going to have 3 categories of features: coming soon, in development, and in concept. So coming soon is clean, shine, and polish. Features listed here are going through the final stages of development as our quality assurance team puts them to the test. This is when things are close enough to release that we can start talking about timelines and release dates. So we're only going to find out when things are coming specifically in the coming soon category. In development, this is for turning ideas into reality. Items listed here are in active development with dedicated developer resources and task lists to complete. And the final is in concept, putting pen to paper or finger to keyboard. This is our planning stage where we decide which ideas become features, but also which ideas must stay ideas for now. Once decided, features are scoped out, iterated on, reworked, and reiterated as we start to figure out exactly how to bring ideas to digital life. So coming soon, in my opinion, is stuff we are guaranteed to see. In development, we are likely to see because they've decided it's doable and they're working on it. In concept is something we may not get to see. So for me, the in concept stuff is not stuff that you should necessarily be guaranteed to see unless it's an actual Magic set, in which case that will obviously be coming, because there is one Magic set listed in concept, but that's just because of how far away it is. So the list of coming soon is Throne of Eldraine, September 26th, Friends List, ETA, October, Constructed Brawl, ETA, October. So we will have Brawl as a format available next month. The Friends List is coming next month, and these are both ETAs, which means estimated time of arrival. So if there's hiccups, it may take a bit longer, but you can expect a Friends List to come in October. Now, bear in mind that does not include Friends messaging. So I don't know exactly how useful a Friends List is going to be if you can't message them to say, yo, bro, do you want to play? So in development, they have friend messaging, the Mac OS, so making it available on Macs. And then we have Theros Beyond Death and Ikoria Land of Behemoths. Obviously, those will come out at the scheduled time because those are actual Magic sets. Historic cards, and by that, I imagine they just mean the 20 or so cards they're going to add in on a random basis. They're going to figure out what they want to add to the historic format. The Epic Game Store, I don't see how this matters to any of us in all honesty, unless for some reason they're going to try and make it so you can only download it through the Epic Game Store, which seems unlikely. In development, new event types. That's so vague that of course there's going to be new event types. That almost feels like it's not worth mentioning. And then it's like new event types, but then they go in concept, cube draft. And it's like, well, cube draft would fall into new event types, so why do you have new event types? Anyhow, in concept, cube draft. Now this is curious to me, because how would cube draft work? Would the cards from cube draft actually get added to your collection? Will they be playable in historic? Or is cube draft going to be something where, like on MTGO, you get to play with Moxes, Lotus, dual lands, all that stuff, but it only exists in the cube draft. Afterwards, it evaporates and you get nothing, but you can get prizes. In concept, friend deck sharing. Really? That's only in concept? I mean, just share. Oh, does that mean you can like let them use cards that you own? Is that what that means? Or does friend deck sharing mean just you can share your deck list with your friend? Because if it's just sharing your deck list, that's not a big deal. But if you can let your friend play with your deck when you're not playing with it, that's a cool feature. that's a good way to ease people in and like be like, okay, somebody already acquired the cards. It's like, that is a way to allow you to use your collection to get more use out of your collection while also not allowing people to trade and build up in ways Wizards doesn't want to. That's an interesting concept. And then the only other things they have listed on the in concept are just Core Set 2020 and Zendikar Rising. But I don't even know why they call them in concept when we know they're just going to program every new standard expansion. So that part doesn't make sense to me. But overall, my friends, there is a lot of stuff coming to Magic Arena. And I like the way things are shaping up. I feel like they're actually being a little more generous with what's going on with these events and the renewal stuff. So that's a nice change of pace. Honestly, every time there's been a state of the beta or state of the game update, I felt like, why is there always bad news included? So this is the first time in a while where I can say I'm not actually seeing any bad news that makes me feel like, oh, this sucks. All right, like where I'm sitting there like combing over everything listed in the article going like, where's the bad news, friends? Where's the other stuff? Like, but there isn't. I mean, I just scrolled some more to make sure. Nope. It's we're all good. We are all good. So at this point, that wraps up my Mega Arena news. Let me know what you guys think down in the comment section. Anytime you comment or thumbs up the video, thumbs down it even, I guess, YouTube takes all that into account in the algorithm and says, hey, people like this video. People are interacting with this video, and it'll show it to more people. So if you like helping my channel, you can leave comments, talk about whatever you want, talk about Arena, do the thumbs up, hit the subscribbledy-dibbledy button to make sure you don't miss any of them videos with the bell rung to get as many notifications as possible. I got that Discord set up as well that you're welcome to join. I use it as a notification system specifically. That's what it exists for. So come on into the Discord if you want to get in on that. My thanks to all my patrons and channel members. I really appreciate you supporting my channel. It means a lot. And if you're not amongst the members, I encourage you to get on board. And to everyone, I say, thanks for coming by, and I will see you all tomorrow.